Jayhawk TV would like to take a moment and thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Without them, this season of Jayhawk TV would not be possible. This week's episode of Jayhawk TV, we're going to be talking about the shutout at Fraser, the redemption game versus Charleroi. Only it's at home this week. And we're going to be talking to this week's Player of the Week, Agent Zero. All that and more when Jayhawk TV starts now. All right, guys, Jayhawk TV would like to thank their A1 since day one sponsors, Big Frog Custom T-shirts. Big Frog makes the Player of the Week shirts every week for Jayhawk TV. So if you want one of the Player of the Week shirts, go ahead in and tell them that Julie from Jayhawk TV sent you, and I'm sure they'll hook you up. All right, guys, so going into last week's game, Fraser only scored 19 points, and guess what? That's where it stayed. The Jayhawks shut them out, scoring 54 points and holding them to 0. Peyton Moulter had a perfect game. He had completed every single pass, and he even had a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Not to mention, Kamani Brown had a 98-yard interception return for a touchdown. The offense was on fire, not to mention Michael Mason. He had to step up for the injured Noah Sanders. Noah Sanders, who is playing with a broken finger. Noah Sanders had 65 yards and a touchdown, so he is still in quest for his 1,000 yards. Michael Mason had 87 yards and a touchdown. And Nick Mendoza had a touchdown as well, followed with 57 rushing yards. Peyton Moulter also found the end zone rushing. He had 6 carries for 35 yards and 1 touchdown. But what I want to talk about is that perfect passing game. He went 8 for 8, 153 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 2 of those touchdowns were caught by our Player of the Week, Jeremiah Williamson, who caught 102 passing yards. And Kamani Brown also found the end zone. One of the staple restaurants when you think of Jeanette is Ketter's Restaurant and Catering. And we are lucky enough to call them one of Jayhawk TV's sponsors. They offer everything from breakfast to brunch to lunch. And they even have a delivery service option. You guys can head on over to South 4th Street and check out Ketter. Just let them know you saw their ad on Jayhawk TV and thank them for me. This Friday night, the Jayhawks are taking on the Cougars at home. But here's the thing, the Cougars have only scored 22 points. I think it's gonna be a lot like when Jayhawks traveled to Fraser and held them scoreless. I foresee another shutout coming. We here at Jayhawk TV want to challenge Peyton Moulter. He's had excellent games, but we want to challenge him to step it up a notch. We want to challenge him to 100 yards rushing and 100 yards passing. We'll see how many times he gets into the end zone. Of course, he's donating $20 to Lisa Friscarelli's GoFundMe account every time he sees the end zone. But we want to challenge him to 100 in each stat category and see if it happens. Of course, if that does happen, I happen to know who picks Player of the Week every week for Jayhawk TV. I foresee him sitting next to me next week if that happens. We'd like to thank CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates, for sponsoring Jayhawk TV. CASA of Westmoreland Incorporated is a volunteer-based organization providing a voice in the courts on behalf of abused and neglected children in Westmoreland County. The recommendation of these volunteers assists the courts in determining the child's placement in a safe, permanent, and nurturing home. Feel like being a volunteer? Go ahead and check out their website and fill out an application. Have you ever had a craving for that classic Italian taste that you can't resist? D'Annunzio's Italian restaurant has been serving up delicious flavors to families in Jeanette since 1977, and now they've expanded to Monroeville and Latrobe. And of course, they're proud sponsors of Jayhawk TV. At D'Annunzio's, it's not just about the food, it's about the family tradition. Their friendly staff and cozy atmosphere provide a warm and welcoming environment for customers old and new. Come enjoy their flavorful dishes ranging from classic spaghetti and meatballs to their famous D'Annunzio pizza, all made from the freshest ingredients. At D'Annunzio's, it's a family tradition. D'Annunzio commercial plays. You know what time it is. It's time for Smooth Sauce Play of the Week. And here it goes. Frazier quarterback drops back, and it looks like he's looking to score, but he does not see sophomore Kamani Brown come out of nowhere and pick off his pass, and Kamani Brown makes a house call, running 98 yards to the end zone, putting 6 more points on the board for the Jayhawks. Jayhawk TV would like to thank Stellar Precision Components for sponsoring this season. Located in Jeanette, Stellar Precision is a CNC machine shop that uses state-of-the-art technology to provide complex components to the defense and aerospace industry. All right, guys, so we're here with this week's Player of the Week, Jeremiah Williamson. Jeremiah, how are you today?
Good.
Senior year already, can you believe it?
No.
So, I'm gonna take it back to the off season. I heard you're doing a little bit of boxing.
Yeah.
So what brought that on?
No, my dad was a professional boxer and he was national Golden Glove, so it like kind of runs in my bloodline. So I'm just testing it out to see, where I could take it.
Yeah. How did it go?
Well, I mean, I never had an amateur fight yet, but I think I'm pretty good though.
Do you think it helped develop your football skills at all for this season?
Especially on the D-line, just watching like the tackles shoot their hands at me and just getting them off me and stuff, like my reaction time and everything like that, and my stamina. So. Yeah,
I mean, we've seen it, and then coming into this season, last year we saw a little bit of you in the offense. This year we see a lot more of you in the offense. What brought that on as well?
Well, I just think it's just the coaches see how dedicated I am and like how much I'm for the team and how much like I just want us to do good this year. So they started giving me the ball a little bit more.
Now you look like you got a little bit bigger over the offseason in a good way. Yeah. But we were watching you on film, and you seem like you got a couple moves up your sleeve too. We've seen a couple jukes, we've seen a couple fancy footwork. Yeah. Were you working on that too?
Yeah.
Do you think we can see a little bit more of that deeper into the season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I just need more experience running the ball, because like this is the first time for me getting the ball. So once I just get that more experience, I'll know what jukes to use and like where to go.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty pleased with how it's gone so far. Against Frazier, we had 2 touchdowns, and they were pretty much exactly the same play. Yeah. And you just ran over a couple guys. Now, when you see that open field, what goes through your head?
The touchdown.
So you just see that end goal as taking it to the house, huh?
I mean, yeah, I kind of look for like holes and like where I could get up the field like the easiest, but yeah, most of them though.
Yeah. Are you a motorcycle enthusiast looking for high quality parts and gear? Look no further than Chicken Strip Cycles. It is an online shop for all of your motorcycle needs. At Chicken Strip Cycles, they understand your passion for the open road. They don't stop at just parts. They also offer a comprehensive range of motorcycle gear. Chicken Strip Cycles is locally owned and operated. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Visit their website today and experience the convenience, quality, and expertise that Chicken Strip Cycle has to offer. Now that you are a senior, you have a lot of younger guys underneath you. A lot with, are playing the same position, like Noah Sunder comes to mind. How are you, helping them along the way as your time as a Jayhawk is coming to a close as theirs is starting up?
I'm just trying to tell them to go 100% every play in practice and take practice as serious as they can. And I always try to give Sunder, like anyone else at the end, like little tips on their stance or like hand moves and stuff, or like positioning, stuff like that. I always try to help out as much as I can and just try to push everyone as much as I can too.
Now, on the field, we see that you're an explosive player. How do you keep your grades and your on the field, at the same level?
I don't know. I mean, when I was a kid, I had a problem with it, but I feel like school is really just easy if you just pay attention and do your work. Like, as long as you're not being lazy, like, you'll be okay.
Yeah, I feel like that should be on a shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
Quoted by you. So coming up, we have Charleroi. Last year, it was a really close game. I feel like last year, you know, we had some things we needed to figure out with a new coach. It wasn't that you guys weren't athletes, it's just, you know, you needed to figure out how to gel together as a team. What do you expect this year against Charleroi?
I expect a blowout, but it just depends on how we play and like how many mistakes we make. But I feel like this year it's just different because like every game's personal. We're way more dedicated than we were last year. So.
Now, I did see that you changed your number to 0. Is there a reason for that?
I mean, it was the first. I'm the first one in that history, and I just want like one little legacy before I leave. So
you want to be remembered as Agent Zero, right?
Yeah.
I saw it on the Instagram post. I had to bring it up. So 54 points last week. Can we expect 60 this week?
Yeah. Most of that. I mean, it depends on how they want to play.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always trying to give my all, give my 100%. We just gotta clean up the mistakes and fire on all cylinders, and we'll be good.
Yeah. You heard it first here. Jeremiah Williamson says we'll be good, right? Well, thank you for your time. And are we playing any other sports this year?
I was thinking about basketball maybe, but I don't know. Probably not.
Just football and maybe. When does boxing pick back up, or are you boxing now?
Yeah, right after the season. I can't box right now.
Just because you need your football body?
Yeah.
So right after the season, you'll go into boxing?
Yeah.
Heck, maybe we'll catch a fight or two of yours. Yeah. All right, good luck this season.
All right, thank you.
We'd like to thank Saved by Grace Financial for sponsoring Jayhawk TV. They are a financial service firm offering income tax, accounting, and investment advisory service, as they continue to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ throughout their community and strive to be a beacon of light in this dark and fallen world. So make sure you go see my guy Tony on Main Street in Irwin for all your tax and financial needs, and be sure to tell him that Julie from Jayhawk TV sent you. You're really hungry right about now and you want a really good pizza, but you don't know where to order. Head on down to South 4th Street in Jeanette to Saforno's. Saforno's is a laid-back pizza restaurant that offers both dine-in and takeout options. Saforno's restaurant boasts a cool and relaxed ambience with a delicious and creative menu. And let me tell you, I've had their pizza and it is top notch. They sponsor Jayhawk TV. You obviously like Jayhawk TV and pizza, so head on down there now. All right guys, so we're back with Jeremiah Williamson and we're gonna play Guess the Gatorade. All right, I'm handing you the first one.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Color or flavor?
All right. I think that one's orange.
Spot on. Number 2. Most people either hate or love this one. There's no gray area.
I feel like, I don't know. I think it might be a cucumber one already. Yellow.
Yep. Third one.
That's red. Red fruit punch.
Red fruit punch. He's good. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit harder. Because you can guess the color, but the flavor might be a little harder.
All right. I don't even know if I can guess this one. I don't know. It might. Green apple? No.
No. Still have a full cup if you need another drink.
Yeah. I don't think I can guess that one. It don't taste like nothing I've ever drank before.
This is the light green Arctic Blitz. So 3 for 4 as it stands. You can take your bandana off now. All right, guys, that does it for this week's episode of Jayhawk TV. Of course, if you guys still want to order rally towels, please message us. The first wave of them will be going out shortly. And of course, if you would like to let us know who you think Player of the Week should be. But until next week, keep protecting that tradition. Need something to do Sunday, October 8th? How about heading down to the Jeanette American Legion? They will be hosting the Super Bingo and Taco Bar. It will be benefiting building blocks of the youth and city chance for a change. Building blocks for the youth is currently fundraising for all the youth in our communities. The current goal is to start helping with school lunch debt and or credits to the students in the surrounding schools. Their bingo proceeds will be used for fundraising our youth to prosper. Cities Chance for Change is a new and upcoming nonprofit that has a drive to make a difference for the youth and the families of Westmoreland County. They are currently fundraising to help support the youth and families. They are currently fundraising to help support youth and families. The bingo funds that they raise will go a long way to give the support and help meet the needs of the families. This is an all-around great cause, so of course, if you are looking for something fun to do, Sunday, October 8th, head on down to Jeanette American Legion. The address is there, and of course, the doors open at 10:30 a.m. And there's going to be a lot of money to give away. $100 games, $150 specials, $1,000 jackpot. And who doesn't like tacos? I could live off of tacos. So hey, head on down there, and of course, tell them Jayhawk TV sent you. Jayhawk TV would like to thank AHN Hempfield, the neighborhood hospital, for their sponsorship in this year's season. It's close to home, and that's the great thing about it. It's right on top of the hill. It's open 24/7. And it has emergency care with a short wait. And I know that is crucial for everybody. And it has on-site lab imaging and diagnostics, board-certified emergency medicine physicians, and overnight care. I am truly honored to have them as one of our sponsors.